What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And recently, if you guys haven't heard of them, the Georgia Guidestones, this is what happened. So, someone put some kind of explosives there that shattered one of the Guidestones. This is crazy because the Guidestones had like a plan for like the world in the future, and it was pretty creepy. So I definitely tell you to go check it out if you're interested in seeing what that was all about. But apparently, they have been demolished, and here you see they're completely leveling them out after that one explosion, so they're being brought down. My opinion is I don't know who did it or what was the reason, but you're starting to see there's a shift in narrative. People are standing up against this so-called, New World Order. But folks, you gotta realize, is this, you know, how are they wanting you to react? Because clearly, food shortages, energy shortages, etc., have been something they've talked about from before this all started. And if you look at history, people who are smart enough will look at history and know how people are going to react when certain things are in short supply. So you really think that these people who are pulling the strings um, at the highest level, the puppet masters, don't understand this? There's a reason why it's called ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. And you get people to behave in one way and herd them in one direction, they're going to react in a certain way. And usually it ends up causing revolutions where governments are overthrown. Anyway, on to the next topic. Remember, I showed you yesterday some videos of the Netherlands and how these farmers were heavily protesting the government because I think it's something along the lines of the government's trying to take some of their land away, and they're trying to restrict nitrogen for like climate goals. So it's a big disaster. But here you're starting to see the stores are getting empty. It's not a game, and folks, there's 3 days between uh, the breakdown of the supply chain, which will get food to the stores, and things will start to get serious really fast. Here is a really, really important chart. So here Liz says thread on labor recession. Many often ask how a recession can be close when jobs are still being created, but reality is payrolls are coincident with economic growth, often contracting when recession had already started. For example, so you see the recession starts there, but the payrolls don't contract until months later. And here she'll make that case. She says, for example, in 1970 recession, payrolls didn't peak until March of 1970, 3 months after the recession has started, right? Then it says in 1973, when that recession started, payrolls didn't peak until July of 1974, 7 months after the recession started. And she says, many also wonder how unemployment rate can be so low when recessions start, but that's almost always the case. In fact, average increase in unemployment rate from its cycle trough to start of recession is just 0.3%. Average rate at start of recession is 4.7%. And that looks like it's all of it. But like she said, technically right now the data hasn't been confirmed, but the Atlanta Fed did say there was a negative 2% GDP for the second quarter. So if that is to be confirmed, then we are officially in a recession as of July 1st. And right now you don't notice it, but just give it a few months and you're going to start seeing mass layoffs happening. And you're already seeing it happen in the tech sector with companies such as Tesla Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg just announced massive economic um, uh, warnings. You're starting to see small to medium sized startups laying off a lot of employees. It's happening. It's happening, and it's just a matter of time before other areas get hit. So, with that being said, folks, you gotta organize your finances, and here is a way you can do so. So pay attention. This is this is how you organize your finances, okay? Make sure you get them in order. I thought this was a funny joke. Thought I'd lighten your guys' day. With that being said, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.